We are back. My beard has grown. Another week. Well, I decided to purchase this. It's Beard Life. Actually, I didn't purchase this. My wife got this for me for Valentine's Day, so it was a nice little gift. Kind of fits, doesn't it? Yeah. Have my little Waterloo, black cherry, Waterloo. Oh, black cherry, Waterloo. Oh, black cherry, Waterloo. So yeah, man, a lot's been going on this week, and I'm just trying to keep up with it. Making the beard videos, it's a nice steady flow. I have a good system going down, so I'm happy with that. It's not really, making me feel like I got to make another video today. I enjoy making the videos, so stay tuned for the next one tomorrow. Anywho, welcome back. It's another weekend. It's a Saturday, and you guys, hopefully you guys are having a great Saturday. I am. I've been kept to work. Being the provider and being a husband and being a father, you just gotta, pull up your bootstraps and just get to it with no complaints. You're not allowed to complain. I'm kidding. You might want to complain, but hey, just try to keep it at a minimum, because too much complaining will make you not go down the right path. It'll actually kind of distract you from things that you need to get done. Just remember that. Beard life. Anywho. So yeah, I've just been, I've been maintaining this beard. I've been actually using this Badass Beard Care comb. I already combed, but yeah, it's getting a little bit longer. I'm enjoying it, but I'm just training the hair to kind of go down, so that's why it doesn't look as thick. But if I opened it up again, yeah, you know it. Yep, and I'm always putting some beard oil in, trying to constantly keep it moist and clean it every weekend with a good beard wash, beard conditioner. A lot of people, I guess, I don't know what their routine is, but most guys, they don't do a lot of routine, so they keep it simple. They just wash, rinse with water, and yeah, that's it. So here I go, continuing to grow this 3-year beard, and I'm kind of happy with it. It's fun. So yeah, also using the Boar's brush. That kind of, I really like this one. This one is just so nice, and it's just, if you guys need to find a good one, I don't know if WAV Enforcer is still a product online, but I would look that up first. And I know there's like a lot of good beard products, a lot of good, Boar's brush combs and stuff. So pick yourself one up, and yeah, you'll thank me later. So let's get into the legendary beard of the week. Today's legendary beard is somewhat of a fictional character, but I think he's based off of old folklore, Ragnar Lothbrok. I know that he is a part of a series or something, but this is a Viking, basically a symbol of endurance, legacy, and in earning your name through action. Basically, he has been known. Here, let me actually go to the next this next page, so I can read a little bit about him. I did a little bit of research, but Ragnar Lothbrok, or Hairy Breeches, I guess that's his nickname, Hairy Breeches, is a legendary 9th century Viking king and warrior featured in Old Norse poetry and sagas as a scourge of Anglo-Saxon England and Francia. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. While his historical existence is debated, like I said before, possibly a composite of multiple figures like Reagan Harris. I don't know who that is. He is famous for his raids, marriages to Lagartha, and Aslog. Man, I don't even know how to pronounce these Viking names. And fathering renowned sons, including Ivar the Boneless and Bjorn, or Bjorn? Ironside? Man, these are really cool names. But his legacy continues and his legend keeps on. But three key points about Ragnar is Viking beards were groomed and intentional, not wild and chaotic. As the contrast goes, most Vikings are chaos, and they pillage and they ruin a lot of things. They come in, start as the whole stereotype of Vikings go. Another key fact, another key point is Norse culture saw beards as a sign of maturity and strength. Well, I'm 41 years old. I'm going to be 42 this year. So, hey, I need a little bit of maturity and strength, growing this 3-year beard. And hopefully over time, it'll be like that. And the third point, Ragnar's legacy is about building something that lasts beyond yourself. So hopefully what I'm building, doing this, is going to hopefully last. I don't know if I end up, inspiring someone else to grow their beard. I'm also like posting videos every day just to kind of give people more reassurance that, beards aren't perfect. Aside from like one side grows more than the other, you just have to kind of just stay the course, beard the course, of course. And the perfect tie-in for this legendary beard, Ragnar Lothbrok. Kind of sounds like Link Heartthrob. Hello, my name is Link Heartthrob. Hogthrob, I think. I don't know what I'm saying. It's a Muppet character, so these names, sometimes I just don't know how to pronounce them, but I'm doing my best. Ragnar Lothbrok, I think that's how you say it, is this isn't about growing a fast beard. It's about building something that lasts. And that's the whole key point of building a beard, growing a beard for so long, is it takes time and it builds and builds and builds. You can't grow it fast. There's no like fast cure. There's no like little tincture that you can put on your beard and then it's like, wow, whoa. It's not anything like that. It's more like your beard is going to just grow regardless. You just have to keep it well maintained. You have to, keep it nice and moist so that the little follicles, that's like, I think 7 millimeters below the skin, which is pretty far out to imagine. Just keep those nice and maintained and you will grow a nice beard, whether it's thick or thin or patchy or full, it doesn't matter. Your beard makes you unique, so continue to grow that beard and keep it nice and, cared for. But yeah, let me go ahead and, switch over to his little depiction. This is actually the actor, I believe, that plays this character, Ragnar Lothbrok, in a series. I think it's on, I can't begin to tell you. It's probably around Netflix or maybe Hulu or something. If I looked it up just a little bit, yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, I think it's a Ragnar Lothbrok Death, or no, the Saga of Ragnar Lothbrok and His Sons. I think that's what sort of the show is called, I believe, or maybe it's just called Ragnar. I don't know, but there is a show based off of his legend, and it's pretty interesting how like maybe if he wasn't real, if he was slightly real, then hey, his legacy lives on. So yeah, let me go into the chat and just say hi because I saw some people saying hi. Thin, I don't want to say your name because I think I know what that means. How you doing? And Oliver, how you doing? You want me to say Mateo? I'll say Mateo, so that way you guys know that I'm not pre-recording any of this. So, yeah. But about Ragnar. Ragnar, isn't that kind of similar to that one video game, the Ragnarok? I think that's what it is. I don't know if anyone knows that one video game. I think it's oh man, I'm always like the type of person. Every single time I talk to people, I always end up like having a conversation. You know that one person that was in that one movie that like did the thing with that other actor that did the thing with the other movie, and you know he was in this one commercial, and just make it so not even able to like track what it is or who it is. I'm like that, you know. Um, Sometimes if you don't do your research, you know, you end up sounding exactly like me, which is fine, which is fine. I'm just going off the cuff. I'm just coming in and saying hi. Chrissy, how you doing? Thank you guys for joining in the chat. This is a quick, you know, little live just to kind of, you know, keep on going, keep on bearding on, and then that way I can kind of keep you guys engaged every day with daily posts and Saturday lives moving forward. And you know, keep encouraging people to grow their beard with this little mug. I don't know if I put it right here. Does it look like it's actually my beard? I mean, it's too small to be my beard. Maybe if I just move it up forward, I don't know. But my wife got me this mug, you know. She got me for Valentine's Day, and I'm pretty happy. Doing good. What about me? I mean, there's a lot going on right now. I have to work on a car, and I'm not an auto mechanic, but I don't want to spend like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just so I can replace a few parts. I might as well do it. I've been pretty lucky and successful to kind of work on another car, and I was able to get that thing running. So hopefully I can get this other car running too. It just seems like, you know, it's a few replacement parts, so I can, you know, kind of, it's beyond my grasp of understanding. And plus there's a bunch of YouTube videos. There's a lot of YouTube videos where you could just look up how to replace this part, how to do this, how to do that. The only thing that I am not familiar with is welding. Welding metal, that's kind of new to me, but I mean, after looking at a few videos, I think I can kind of get around it. I can do it. And that's the only difficult part is there's a part on the car that I need to drill these pre-welded areas, and then I need to re-weld it after I replace the part. So I'm just collecting a bunch of, you know, parts. I'm ordering parts, and then I'm just gonna try to, I already have some of the pieces of the car already like taken out. So it's fun. I'm the type of guy that, you know, I see that sometimes as an inconvenience because I'm like, oh man, I wish I could be doing something else, like playing a video game or maybe going outside and maybe working on the yard or something. But I see that as a good challenge. And, you know, when I grew up, I used to just take things apart. I used to take all my little toys apart, you know, and see what's inside. I liked, you know, the electronics and how the wires kind of feed through other pieces and how everything works. So, it's not dreadful for me to kind of go in and just see how things, you know, how I can make it work. But again, it's a process and a half. I'll tell you that. You know, your dad is working on a truck. Oh, cool, nice. What kind of truck is it? Is it an older one, newer one? Most newer cars are so difficult to work on because everything is just all electronics, and you know, especially if the electronic board like goes, then you're just like, gotta replace the whole thing. Or maybe even if it's a CVT, like a continual varying transmission, that little piece apart on the transmission, I mean, as soon as that goes, you know, you're good luck, buddy. Most apparently most mechanics don't know how CVT you know, pieces work on the transmission. So if that goes, then they're just like, well, I'm just gonna replace it, and you know, and it's pretty much costs like the same as the engine. I'm like, ugh. And I have that on my car a Honda CRV. You know, I didn't even do my research. You know, I just kind of purchased it, and not realizing that, oh yeah, once the car, you know, gets to a certain point, that CVT is gonna go, and I'm gonna be like, you know, shit out of luck. But hey, you know, you live and you learn, just like how living and learning about how to maintain a beard is just all about the process. Luckily, with beards, you know, like maybe a little bit of hair can go, come and go, but then like most of the time you'll end up like figuring out how things work and how to maintain it structurally, and you know, so that way, um, you know, you'll be able to maintain it a lot better over time. When my first, I'll be honest, when I grew my beard for a year, that 10 years ago, didn't really do much. I think it was about like 6 months in, and I wasn't really maintaining it like I was supposed to. I was just like washing it, overwashing it, thinking that that was the thing. I started seeing like strands coming out. I'm like, oh man, what is this? What am I doing wrong? And then I decided to watch some videos, and I'm like, oh, that's how you do it. You put the beard oil in, and then you could do the conditioner, and then you wash it every once in a while, but then you just keep it nice and moist because, you know. And furthermore, I have a theory that like if you overwash it, then you're stripping all of your natural oils that, you know, that your beard, you know, holds together, and it makes a better formation for your beard to, you know, just a better habitat for your beard to grow. So, you know, now I'm doing it the right way. I'm doing it, you know, the more proper way. And now I'm starting to see that it is, you know, it feels a lot better than the 10 years ago one. And it just like, I don't know, I just feel like I'm doing a lot better this time. So, um, but yeah, you know, aside from this legendary beard guy, this Viking King, Ragnar, I'm pretty sure he's had his hardships too, you know, pillaging, you know, marriages and all that, whatnot. But, you know, no matter what's going on in your life, you know, there's always going to be some curveballs thrown at you. There's going to be some things like where, oh man, I can't believe that this happened. Oh man, I didn't expect this to happen. But no matter what happens, it is going to happen. Whatever happens, though, you got to maintain your cool, and then you got to move forward from there. You can't just sit. Ooh, excuse me. You can't sit. I had some pizza just earlier, so I'm getting like the pizza burps. But you can't just sit there and ruminate about your problems and thinking that things are going to be, you know, fixed. You got to just try to limit all the, you know, all the noise in your head that's telling you how much of a terrible situation this is, instead of getting all mad and frustrated about things that obviously, you know, just decided to happen in life. You know, things just, you know, shit hits the fan and all that. Excuse my excuse my vocabulary, but it's true, you know, like just things happen, but you know, depending on how you react to it is always going to be determined on how much better you can actually approach things when problems occur. So that's my like philosophy, is like, you know, problems are going to happen all the time, but the way that you react to it can make a huge difference. You know, for your stress levels. I mean, if you're growing a beard, you don't need a lot of stress. You shouldn't have a lot of stress, because when stress happens, hair falls out. That's what happens, you know. Your health, you know, gets affected. So, and that just means that you're, you know, whatever you do, it's your performance level is going to be affected by this. So, just remember that whenever you guys have like some problems in life, and remember, it's going to happen. Problems are always going to happen, but the way that you react to the problems make a huge difference between how well you can handle them, how well you can kind of recover from them as fast as you can, and if you can fix it. Most of the time you can fix things, just like a car, just like, you know, keeping your beard well maintained, and just like, you know, being inspired by legendary beards like this one. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for joining. I'm gonna probably, you know, go soon because, hey, We all have lives, but I appreciate you guys coming in and saying hi. And it means the world to me that you guys, watch this journey of growing a 3-year beard. And so, yeah. But until then, you guys have a good one. I will see you tomorrow, and I will see you next Saturday for the next live. All right, take it easy, guys. Have a good one. Have a great rest of the weekend.